Breaking news, major crackdown on blue badge abuse across the UK, thousands cancelled. But before we dive into the full story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest updates, reliable news, and in-depth coverage on stories that matter. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a crucial development. In a bold move to ensure fairness and transparency, the UK government has launched a powerful initiative that has led to the cancellation of thousands of blue badges across the country. These disabled parking permits, which are designed to support those who genuinely need accessible parking, have unfortunately become the target of widespread misuse. This latest step is part of an extensive investigation revealing just how deep the issue goes, and the results are surprising. Let's break it all down. The blue badge is a symbol many of us recognize instantly. Whether in supermarket car parks, shopping centers, or on busy high streets, it's a sign of priority access for people with disabilities, and rightly so. It ensures that individuals with mobility issues can lead more independent lives, allowing them to park closer to entrances and public facilities. However, this system has now come under the spotlight following a government investigation that uncovered thousands of blue badges still being used long after their rightful owners had sadly passed away. According to the Cabinet Office, over 22,000 blue badges have now been cancelled following the discovery that some families were continuing to use and, in some cases, even applying to renew permits that should have been returned. These findings have raised serious questions about how such permits are monitored and managed across local councils. In one example, officials revealed that an application was made for a replacement badge under the claim that it was damaged, only to discover the original holder was no longer alive. This widespread investigation has highlighted a serious issue of system abuse. While the vast majority of badge holders and their families respect the rules, a small number of cases have shown people taking advantage of the system, potentially denying access to those who genuinely need the space and support. Cabinet Office Minister Josh Simons expressed his disappointment upon learning the scale of the issue. In a recent statement, he said, "The blue badge is more than just a parking permit. It represents courtesy, respect, and accessibility for those in need. When I learned that some individuals were misusing this symbol of support, it was deeply concerning." He continued by explaining that each blue badge can be highly valuable, with estimates suggesting the potential benefit of a badge can reach up to £800 when you consider the avoided costs of parking and congestion charges. That kind of value, unfortunately, makes the system a tempting target for misuse. But this crackdown isn't just about removing badges, it's part of a larger, more sophisticated national effort to ensure public resources are used fairly and responsibly. The Cabinet Office, working in partnership with local councils and using cutting-edge technology, has launched what is being described as the UK's largest ever initiative to tackle inefficiencies and correct outdated data across the public sector. How does it work? One of the core strategies involves advanced data matching technology, which compares various government records across departments to identify inconsistencies. This method has already proven incredibly effective. In the past year alone, this strategy has helped recover a massive £480 million by identifying and preventing improper access to public services. This figure represents an impressive £100 million increase from the previous year, underscoring the growing success of this smart, tech-driven approach. What's especially noteworthy is how modern tools like artificial intelligence are now being used to detect vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. These technologies help spot patterns that would otherwise go unnoticed, allowing government departments to take action early and prevent further loss. But it's not just parking permits that have come under review. Minister Simons pointed out that outdated information is a wider issue affecting many areas of public service. For example, pension payments that continue after someone has passed away, or names that remain on social housing waiting lists long after eligibility has changed. Council tax discounts, which are meant to support specific individuals or families, have also been flagged when claimed inappropriately. While any one of these cases might seem minor on their own, together they represent significant inefficiencies. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet, Simons explained. They represent real resources, money that could be going toward essential services. We're talking about salaries for nurses in hospitals, teachers in classrooms, and community officers on our streets. That's why every penny reclaimed makes a difference. Let's be clear, this is not a campaign of blame. The vast majority of people follow the rules and use services fairly. However, there's a growing need to modernize how systems are checked and managed. Different local councils have varying rules and levels of oversight, which has led to gaps in the system. While some councils are already doing a great job at data matching and regular reviews, others are now being encouraged to adopt similar best practices. Importantly, the Cabinet Office has confirmed that it does not have exact data on how many of the cancelled badges were being used improperly at the time of cancellation. That information is typically held by individual local authorities. However, the decision to cancel these permits is part of a larger effort to update records and ensure that only those who are entitled to these services continue to receive them. What does this mean for the public? If you or someone you know holds a blue badge, there's no need to worry as long as the badge is valid and used correctly, nothing will change. However, this is a great opportunity to double-check that all information is up to date. For example, if a relative who held a badge has passed away, returning the permit to your local council helps keep the system fair and efficient for everyone. Councils and the government are also encouraging members of the public to report any suspicious use of blue badges. In many areas, anonymous reporting systems are already in place to ensure that individuals can raise concerns without fear of confrontation. The broader goal here is to protect the integrity of public services, ensuring they continue to benefit those who need them most. With a combination of technology, responsible oversight, and cooperation from the public, the government is aiming to make sure that services like blue badges, pensions, and housing support remain reliable and well managed. This initiative also sends a strong message: systems that were once managed manually or inconsistently are now getting a much-needed upgrade. By embracing digital solutions and coordinated efforts across departments, the UK is taking steps toward a smarter, fairer future for all citizens. To recap, more than 22,000 blue badges have been cancelled following the discovery that many were still in circulation after the badge holders had passed away. This effort is part of a broader national campaign to update outdated records, recover misused resources, and ensure public services are fairly distributed. So far, over £480 million has been reclaimed, and with new technology at the forefront, even more improvements are on the horizon. These changes are not just about reclaiming money, they're about restoring trust. Trust that services will be there when you need them. Trust that your contributions are being used wisely. Trust that fairness and support are at the core of the public systems we all rely on. So, what's next? The government has pledged to continue this effort with even greater intensity. Officials are exploring new ways to apply technology across departments, improve communication between councils, and empower the public to help ensure services are respected and maintained. We can expect more updates in the months ahead as this important work continues. And now, over to you. What do you think about the cancellation of these blue badges? Do you believe the system needs stronger checks? Or do you feel the focus should be elsewhere? Share your thoughts in the comments, your voice matters. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more honest news, insightful breakdowns, and updates you can trust. By subscribing, you're supporting quality journalism and staying informed on the issues that shape your world. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.